he can really launch it. We'll see if Mike Scroggins has a better ball reaction than Dennis Horan had.
Seven-pin stands for Mike Scroggins.
Are you sure that's what he said?
I think so. I trust him completely.
Okay.
He's a great guy, right?
Yes, he
is.
is.
Wouldn't steer us wrong.
No. The only other Finnish word I know is latte. You'll hear Mika say that when the ball's getting ready to hit the pocket. That means carry.
Carry. Seven-pin, spare ball. And Mike Scroggins from Amarillo, Texas, the left-hander, takes care of it. Launch point for Mika Koivuniemi, because of his height, about 6'4", is
6'4".
extraordinary. What a wingspan this guy's got.
6'4" and a really high backswing.
Really chucks the ball deep down the lane. Upon release, just that natural release point. The Baby Ruth real deal matchup head-to-head. The strike percentage numbers fairly tight. Spare conversion the favor of Scroggins.
Mike Scroggins out-averaged Mika, and he made more spares than Mika did. Higher strike percentage. He got there more often. And this is, especially on this lane pattern D, this is a pretty good stat here. 60 consecutive frames without an open. Last night, Mika had an awesome match against Michael Haugen. Needed 3 in the 10th to win, and he threw 3 just like that.
What power and what a start from Mika Koivuniemi.
Now, because he's 6'4", he doesn't have a big knee bend, so he automatically has a higher launch angle than anybody else. He lets go of it higher off the lane. And his reaction, he liked that shot.
.217 average last year on tour, 12th best. Yeah, Scroggins. And the southpaw finds the pocket nicely. We do have 2 lefties in our final 5, which is always interesting as we see the match wins this week for him. Win over Brian Himmler in 6, roommate of Dennis Horan. Nice week for Himmler as well.
Yeah, Brian had a great week. Said, tell everybody back in Cincinnati that he's back. He hasn't gotten lost. And Brian did something this week I haven't seen him do in a long time. He went real straight and direct like everybody else did.
Hugging the channel to the left and leaves a difficult spare here with a split.
Nice steady head of Mike Scroggins. And that shot to me appeared to be too fast. Ball never gripped the lane, leaving the washout. 92%. Only missed 1 multi-spare conversion.
Good spare. Head pin stays up.
Well, he needed to catch a piece of the head pin. This ball was just pulled. Still gets 9. Now Mika can take an early commanding lead with a strike here. It'll be 32 pins.
Didn't like it at all.
Okay.
Right
Dead
through the
yanked
nose. And he was very displeased upon release.
Dead yanked it immediately off his hand. As soon as he lets go, watch him turn his head. That's what happens when you get a little bit too pumped up and a little bit too aggressive.
And he had started with back-to-back strikes. There's the split conversion rate. It's 15.3.
Get the ball to the right side of the 3-pin.
Well, I'm not. 10. That wasn't finished.
What did he say?
It wasn't carry. It wasn't lefty.
No. What did he say, Dave?
You'll have to ask my buddy Teemu Selanne of the Colorado Avalanche. NHL star. He is friends with Teemu, he told us today before the match, and has bowled with him in some celebrity events back home. Although Mika has not been to Finland over 2 years. He traveled around different parts of Europe and the world in the off-season. A lot of different appearances, bowling some regionals. Perfect ball. Threads the rack. Right in the pocket for Koivuniemi.
Talking with Mika about the top 50 all-exempt tour next year. Actually, it's the top 64. He told me that he's never worked harder in the offseason. He got in better shape. He's running about 5 miles 5 days a week.
Oh, it looks great.
And yeah, he actually does. He looks like he's lost weight. And he says he's giving it everything he's got.
Big strike ball from Scroggins. He struck down the second and fourth frames. We are coming here from Lunar Bowl, Blue Springs, Missouri. Greater KC Classic. Dave Ryan, Randy Peters. Our PBA coverage continues live from just outside Kansas City. Next week we go to Chicagoland. Miller High Life Open, 1 o'clock Eastern time here on ESPN as the PBA Tour continues. 10 on the West Coast. Don't miss the best bowlers in the world in Vernon Hills, Illinois, near Chicago. For more, log on to ESPN.com. It's exciting bowling there last year.
Carey.
Yeah! Indeed, Carey.
Yeah, a much better shot. It looked like the shot that he washed out on was just a little bit left of that. This ball looks a little bit more direct, and this one's perfect in the 1-2.
He's got Koivuniemi, who ended up in Ann Arbor, he tells us, because large Finnish population there. So he felt at home. He and his wife, Lena, his daughters, Ida and Lydia. And a big ball.